Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. How are you doing, Gemini? This is the second episode of the quest for life purpose. Today we are playing with the lost terror of Nostradamus. When coronavirus started, all these people obviously found the prophecies of Nostradamus and said, well, he managed to see this, he predicted this. Well, you believe that or not, he was a visionary for his time. You guys need to keep in mind that actually he was a follower of Paracelsus and a medical professional. So during the time of the plague, he would teach people elements of hygiene and nutrition way above his time. So I think that's very interesting. So if he predicted or not, we might never know. But definitely, as someone who read through the centuries quatrains, and if you stay with me until the end, for each and every card I pull, I'm going to read for you the couplets that the authors of The Lost Terror of Nostradamus um, consider that they match, right? So if you read his centuries quatrains, you kind of realize that what he wrote was transcending time and space. So today, this is a general collective reading for you, Gemini. This is about the journey of the soul, the path of the alchemist. Alchemist. Oh my God, I don't know, I cannot speak. Self-transformation, self-transmutation. I strongly encourage you look into those elements and into their meaning. There are quite a bit of resources online, so I'm not gonna clutter the reading with that, but I let you guys check. So let's see what is the essence of the question for you, Gemini. You have the Four of Stars. This is basically the Four of Swords in this deck. What I'm going to do, I'm going to draw all of the cards and then meditate for a second, because you will see the graphics are very different. They are part of some sketches found, some drawings found in one of the lost manuscripts of Nostradamus. So they have historical meanings, and I want to bring you like an interesting story. So stay with me. So let's see what's the emotional basis of the issue. The Nine of Stars. This is the Nine of Swords. Okay. What concerns are there that prevent a solution? Wow, the Ten of Swords. I swear to you, I shuffled this deck and I've done other readings with it. What are the hidden forces at play in the situation? One of Stars. I know you are an air sign, Gemini, but there are a lot of thoughts going on here. Like really a lot of thoughts. This is very interesting. And you guys should leave me a comment, because I don't know a lot of Gemini, but you guys should leave me a comment and tell me if you are overthinkers, if this is something peculiar to your sign. So these are the hidden forces at play in the situation, and let's see what brings the solution. Wow, the Four of Suns. This is the Four of Wands. Give me a minute here, guys. I'll be back with you. Gemini, I feel you are coming after a period of heartbreak, of distress, of negative thinking. I can understand it because of the global events. So it depends on how they have impacted you. And 2020 is not an easy year so far. So this is a card that speaks about taking a rest, but it's a card of taking a rest after something that was heartbreaking, because the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, and Three of Swords is heartbreak. There are different types of heartbreak, right? It can be related to a romantic situation, or you could have been heartbroken because of job situation and so on and so forth. You need to apply common sense and see how this resonates in your case. But at this point in time, you are taking a break. And I also, so this is very interesting. I see here, do you see this here? Libra, the the scales of Libra. We have a full moon in Libra. We had one, April 7th. So maybe something at that point has changed. Maybe you were asked to balance yourself. This full moon in Libra put a huge emphasis on relationships, no matter what type of relationships, right? So there was a huge emphasis on that, and I feel that there is a time of stepping back, resting, meditating, and getting yourself prepared for what is yet to come, right? This to me is a card of stagnation. Maybe you have been sick and you are forced to bed rest. This might only resonate for a few of you out there, and I hope that's not the case. But if that is the case, please take care of yourself and your immunity. What is the emotional basis of the issue? You are very stuck in your head, a lot of overthinking. Actually, this is a card that speaks about the transition of Mars in Gemini. You see here, Gemini? This is the card of being stuck in your head, of nightmares, of self-fulfilling prophecies, of not knowing in which direction to go. This is a very much of a nightmare card, the Nine of Swords. A lot of thinking and overthinking. That's why I've asked you earlier, do you guys have a tendency to overthink? Well, overthinking 1,000 scenarios never helped anyone. And I'm telling you because I'm one of those people. And I'm fighting very, very hard against it. And I understand that this reading asks for you to set your emotions on the side, because you have a lot of swords energy here. And swords are about thoughts. But it depends from where those thoughts evolve. From what? Do they evolve from your emotions and you keep creating the scenarios on and on and on and on, and maybe they have no real value, right? Or you are using your intelligence, you are using your common sense, you are using your logic, because your solution comes from that. But we'll talk about that in a second. So this overthinking and having your brain in overdrive doesn't help. Try to calm your mind. Try to meditate. Try to literally take a break. The world is on a break right now, more or less. So until we get ourselves restarted, use this time for Easter to just stand still, just spend time with your family, because you are also asked to do that. You're also asked to go back to your foundation, to go back in your community, to go back to the people. I understand that we have been asked for this physical distancing, but it doesn't mean you cannot choose different forms of communication to be in touch with them, to feel them close. So, then we have, what concerns are there to prevent the solution? I was just telling you that you have been heartbroken, or that you have been through a very painful situation. And this is exactly a card that speaks about that. And again, we have Gemini here. This is very powerful. This is very powerful. You have been defeated. You feel defeated one way or the other. You feel that you are never going to go through this. You are never going to get over this, because it was way too painful, because you felt it destroyed you, because you don't know what can be after this. Okay? And I have been through moments like that in life. I thought there is nothing that the next day can bring that is going to make me ever feel better. And that's not true. I'm still here. I still have and try to find things that give me joy and give me happiness, even if it's a momentarily type of feeling. Um, I still find things that make me tick and make me want to wake up in the morning and do things. So, and tens are about completion. This is another thing you need to know. The cycle is completed, the cycle has ended, right? You have beautiful things coming in front of you. So, whatever this situation was for you, this is ended. Because there is a sense of divine intervention here, especially in this card in general, specifically, sorry. So, the Ace of Swords would speak about truth and would speak about using your rational and your intellect, and that there is a new beginning, right? Because aces are about new beginnings. But this card in particular actually is more of a representation. You have here a hand holding the sword, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune. Your fortune is about to change. Your fortune is about to change. Take a look at this. Keep this in mind. The the sword in the Ace of Swords in general is a representation for Michael's sword, Archangel Michael's sword, a sword of life, a sword of truth, um, clearing obstacles in your path. Also, so you see this in this deck, the suit of swords is represented by stars because our elements of alchemy used. So this sword is pointing to the star. And the fact that I've observed this, the star in the tarot deck is all about hope. So you have two big symbols here. You have the star, which is about hope, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Just have a little faith. Have a little faith, because there are hidden forces at play in the situation that you don't see them yet. Maybe also because you are trying to think from a place of pain, from a place of defeat, from a place of overthinking, from a place of nightmares, from a place where you cannot sleep at night. But there is hope. There is hope. Good things are coming your way. The wheel is turning. The wheel of fortune is basically turning, and it's turning in your favor, Gemini. So have a little faith. Then, what brings the solution? The um, Four of Wands, the Four of Suns. This is all about community and coming back home and going back home, and it could be your soul community, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be a church you go to. And I mention this because it's almost Easter. So it could be there could be a bunch of helpful people that are there for you and are there to support. If you have a spouse, they could be the ones that support you, because this is also a card of marriage. There is someone, or if there is someone special there, but you're coming into union with these people, and they are going to help you. So there is a lot of hope here, Gemini. Don't lose hope. Never lose hope. I think that's the worst thing that can happen to human beings, when we lose hope. So let's start in a positive way with let's start with the Four of Suns, because I found it first. Those of the soil will be sustained by it. The spade gives hope to every acre. You see, you have a lot of swords here, and then they mention the spade, the sword. This is very interesting. So there is someone that is going to stand up for you and help you go through this, if you cannot stand up for yourself. Because I know it's hard to stand up for yourself when you are from a place of hurt. Ten of Stars. When the sun's eclipse shall come, the monster will be seen in broad daylight. This could be something related to the new moon. Maybe the new moon in Aries was tough on you. But is this is just indications. This is around the time I'm doing this reading, but keep in mind that this reading is timeless, right? There is not a because there is no time in the universe. I'm trying to post for you every month the love readings and so on and so forth, but you guys or the energies around the new moons and the full moons, but you guys need to keep in mind that there are no times in the universe. So there are no clocks in the universe, that's what I meant. So the nine of stars, from the human herd, nine will be set aside, deny judgment and counsel. There is this sense of entrapment, and there is this maybe a sense of self entrapment. Four of stars, evil to who he opens the newly found tomb and does not immediately close it. And then the ace of stars, ignorant jealousy is upheld before the great king. He will propose a defense of the Whitings. Beautiful. I think it has been a hard time for you, Gemini, and but I think you're going to do so much better. So have hope. You need to take care of yourself. Leave me a comment below. I hope no one resonates with this reading, but life is complicated. So if you do and you need help in any way, drop me an email. You can find my email in the About section. I'm here to help, right? Leave me a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And keep checking your other readings. Maybe you find more messages there in between. Take care. Stay safe. Love and light.